driving thing, and they took that kid to jail, and they made a whole thing about it. And then every hour that day, a kid would fake die, and their memorial would pop up on the screen, and it'd be like one of your friends.
What?
And then they'd have to walk around the rest of the day with like white paint on their face because they were dead. This has to be the same program, Brandon.
My girlfriend did it.
We also grew up 2 hours apart.
Yeah, that's probably why we both.
You gotta wait.
Yeah, my girlfriend I was dating at the time, senior year, did it. And like, yeah, they take their phone. You can't talk to them. They send them like a hotel, and a speaker comes, and it's like, yeah, my son was like hit by a drunk driver. It really impacts people. And then they still have to go to class and like not talk. So the whole day, everyone who's a jokester is just like, come on, say something, like, you know, just try, like, I'll give you $100 if you say anything, and then every once in a while, and then every 15, because it's like someone dies drunk driving every, like, 10 minutes or something?
That's what it is, yeah.
10 minutes over the loudspeaker, that you hear, like, turn on, it goes,
Brandon Lejeune has just been,
and then you're like, that's
and
like
then Brandon comes
like
on.
Hunger
Brandon
Games?
comes
yes,
on.
like a Hunger Games cannon.
And then Brandon comes on the TV and he's like, "Told my
Check,
football
check.
boys,
Hello, whoa.
we went to war
Check,
every
check,
Friday
check,
with each
check.
other. To Erica, I wish I could have married you, but I died." And then she has to walk around with flowers and cry. It was like a whole. It was like a whole thing.
What?
We can start. I just have to keep. I'm having trouble framing myself up.
Do you go cans or no cans?
I don't
You
know.
want to go shades?
I don't care. Yeah, of
We
course.
go shades.
I haven't had a chance to bust these out.
Those are
yet.
nice,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Oh
like
my
these?
god, I feel like you're from Once Upon a Time
I
in
got
Hollywood.
these in Little Italy from a guy that didn't speak English.
Okay, so
I
now
didn't speak Italian.
now that you say Italy,
Yeah.
I just can't see you not in a jumpsuit like at a
Yeah.
horse race
Yeah.
with those glasses on. But originally, I was thinking like 1960s Hollywood, like you were driving a T-Bird,
I can still be driving a
like
T-Bird.
a powder blue
Let
T-Bird.
me drive a
you know?
T-Bird. I like
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
better.
But that's American made. What is the T-Bird? Is that a car?
Thunderbird, yeah.
Thunderbird,
Pontiac.
Pontiac.
Pontiac Thunderbird.
Not to be confused with cognac.
Mm-mm.
Shout out to Hennessy and
Shout out
all
to
the
all
American
the
rappers.
African Americans.
Yeah, are we going?
Yeah.
Do you drink Hennessy, boys?
I used to. I actually had a weird spurt in high school where like all of my friends were deeply into Hennessy, and they would like collect bottles and put it on their mantles.
Were you embedded into the culture?
I mean, I guess as much as like
How many black friends?
it was like
Count them.
there was just a lot of black people in
I
general.
want the number.
We had like probably like 5 to 10 at all times.
Oh,
at
that's
parties.
nice. At all times. Yeah, you got to stay strapped
Yeah,
just in case.
but it wasn't like I was best friends with any of them. But
Yeah.
we were all just like, all around. And then all the white kids were trying to be black.
yeah, that's
Which, if anything, made it more like, oh, we need to drink Hennessy.
yeah.
They needed to drink Hennessy to prove to themselves that they were like a part of the culture too.
My school was primarily white, Mexican, and Asian, and the black kids, everyone was fascinated with them.
Yeah.
Like I felt like there wasn't racism. Like I felt like everyone wanted to be black.
Oh,
to
I
your
mean,
point.
yeah.
To your point.
I agree. Yeah, that's kind of how mine was. I think that Asians are just in generally fascinated with black culture in general.
Absolutely. As a man who lived in Japan, I can attest to that.
Right?
The black
Isn't they-
dudes were crushing.
Yeah,
They like two types of people in Japan. They like black dudes of any type, and then
Yeah.
they like dorky white guys. Not so
Nice.
much dorky, but like weird. You have to have something. Like
a
they would love
ginger?
Brandon, and no offense, but the look, Japanese ladies, and I say this with all due respect, would just adore you.
Nice.
I mean, they'd be all over you.
Yeah, I'm like approachable of a white guy, but
I'm gonna
clearly
tell-
stolen the black culture.
I'm gonna tell Erica not to let you go to Japan. That's not a good move.
But I
That
want-
she has to go. She has to be your chaperone.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a situation in Korea?
I did, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I mean, the
you're
fact
right.
that you had
You're
a
absolutely
situation
right.
in Korea. First of all,
Yeah.
hopefully this wasn't an international incident.
No. In Korea, like this lady came up to me, like an older, like one, like probably like at the time I was 23, she was probably like 28, which was older for me, and she came up, and she was like, "Wow, you're really cute," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I was dating Erica, but I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna let her take us to her group of friends, cause all the boys deserve to get some international girls."
It's a good friend.
So she starts walking. We're like small chatting, and she's like, "What do you do for work?" And I'm like, "Oh, I wash dishes." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a stand-up comic." And she's like, "How old are you?" And I go, "Oh, I'm 23." And she goes, "You liar! You at least 30." And I was like, "No, I swear I'm 23, 24 at the time." And she was just like, "No, you liar." And she's like, so you wash dishes? And I was like, yeah, at an Italian restaurant. And then she just walked away from me and left me in the streets of Korea.
You broke ass.
I fumbled
You're
the
a
bag for the
broke
boys.
bitch.
She said I was
Korean-
a doctor.
Korean women
idea.
aren't so different from white American women, it turns out, dude. They feel like the same thing happens if you tell them you're a dishwasher. All right, deuces.
That's crazy that she. I mean, good for her, man.
But by the way, there's something I really want to dive into, and I'm glad I got a couple sports guys here, a couple
Yeah.
jocks, a couple Lettermans,
Thanks, man.
because I want to tell you guys my new future dream job,
Okay.
and that is the official sign stealer of the Texas Longhorns. I just watched the Connor Stallions documentary. Have you guys seen this?
No idea.
I'm familiar with it.
You haven't seen this?
Not familiar with.
Do you
it.
even know who he is?
Connor Stallions?
Yeah.
That's a great name.
It's a great name. It's a
Incredible
perfect name.
Not a real name.
I didn't know who he was.
Okay.
Connor Stallions.
Same, I don't.
Do you remember the 2023 Michigan run last year?
Yeah.
The controversy about how they were stealing signs.
Yes.
This was the guy doing it. This guy is the ultimate football guy. Brandon, did you watch the documentary?
No, but I'm like super well versed on what's going on.
All right, so let's fill Dale in here. Dude. So
Stallions.
Connor Stallions was just a Michigan guy. Grew up in Michigan, loved Michigan football. Like the
Nice.
type of football. I mean, up there, that's really they have like NFL teams and stuff, but
Right.
it's a college football area.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Midwest.
Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor especially. I mean, I've never been. I've been to Michigan recently this past May. It's a beautiful state. I
Nice.
endorse it completely.
Sweet.
With that being said, Connor Stallions, huge Michigan fan. He wanted to be a coach his whole life. He was one of these guys. Like he didn't want to be an athlete. He like always saw himself as a coach. When he was a kid, he dressed up as like whatever the coach at the time. He had the headphones on, the hat, the clipboard.
That's
Badass, right? Oh, I know a couple guys. You know a guy like that from
I
high
do.
school. They like just want to be GMs. They go to college and
Yeah.
sports
Guys that-
management.
Yeah. So the guys that are like, I'm gonna be an agent.
Yeah.
You're
So
like
that's-
you're 5'6".
what
Yeah,
I love.
like, no, you settle to be an agent. You don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be an
you didn't-
agent.
you didn't
Why?
want-
Why
yeah.
do you just want to be an agent? There's something weird.
What I love about Connor Stallions is he treated getting a job, being a coach at Michigan, as like becoming the president. Like he went to the Naval Academy to build his resume
Wow.
to become the coach. So game one of so when he went to the Naval Academy,
Yeah.
he became a player coach. Like he went, nagged the coaches. He's like, I really want to be a player coach. They
Fuck
sent him to
yeah.
the offensive coordinator. He says, what do you want me to do? He said, well, we don't have a guy that steals signs. You can try to just like copy or figure out their signs.
Nice.
Because college football, up until this year, the Stallions rule, they never had headsets,
You
which
could-
I think
they
is
always
crazy.
Have, like the signs on the
They have to do
sidelines.
signs, and they have like he breaks it down. There's like multiple signalers on every team. There's
Yep.
fake ones, like
Yeah.
the gas ones, and he's like, all you have to do is look at which ones the players are looking at. It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah.
But so he on his very first game as a player coach for Navy, they were playing Ohio State, who he has disdain for, like
Oh,
just fucking
boy.
cannot stand.
Yeah.
So he just wants to beat Ohio State.
was
This
up
guy
full-
is such a Michigan guy, like, at all costs. Like it doesn't matter who I'm helping, as long as we're beating Ohio State. And he figured out the signs in the first game,
Yeah.
and he called like a power right play, and they got a sack. And so like his very first game, he like successfully stole a sign and called it. And from there, he just started building. Like I mean, he continued to player coach for Navy, but then
I
he
didn't even know
goes.
that was a thing you could do.
I had no idea. That has to be. By the way, that has to
so
be. That has to be a Navy thing. I don't
Yeah,
think. I don't think
maybe.
you. I don't think you go to Notre
Yeah.
Dame and become a player coach.
I love his arc. Right, it's like it's very Bobby Boucher.
Yes, yes, it
So,
is.
He's like, I don't even want to play. I just want to help the
And
guys.
like on that note, he's like super. Like he's. I don't think he's autistic, but like about football, I mean, he's just obsessed. Like his
Yeah.
whole life, his whole day is.
That's
about
what I was
football.
gonna say. Is normally you do have a player's coach, but normally he's like super on the spectrum.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's fucking Coach Bobby, and it's like, yeah, Coach Bobby also like chews his fingernails till he throws up. Like,
Coach
Wait,
Bobby's
are we
like-
saying
Coach
a
Bobby-
player coach where he plays and coaches?
Not like
no,
that.
no. It's
Oh,
like,
excuse me. This term is student coach.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
botched it
fuck.
completely.
Or they'll
I-
bring him on as the technical term is a GA, like a grad assistant.
I thought they were putting a fucking full tiz
Or
guy
they'll do
in.
like the coach of morale.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that just gives high fives.
I thought he
they'll
was
do
playing
that.
like middle linebacker and then
Yeah,
also
no.
being like a power right.
Yeah, to your point,
No.
Coach Bobby got dropped off and will be picked up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they
Coach
make
Bobby
him-
didn't get here on his own.
Yeah, he's like the assistant to the linebackers coach.
Yeah.
So you're
Oh,
like,
okay.
He played linebacker in high school, and they're helping him out,
Yeah.
and they just like
see.
basically make him. Hey, Bobby, I don't want to draw up every play in 12 personnel. You do that. Hey,
I see.
Bobby, I don't want to wipe my ass. You do that. Like, you're the bitch.
So he's doing all this though because he actually wants to become a coach. And so
Beautiful.
like that's his way in. He then he serves his time in the military. He was a Marine, second lieutenant or whatever. But while he was a Marine, he was just he wasn't going to deploy. I don't know what he did. He was a pogue, as they call, person other than grunt. He wasn't like boots on ground. Still an American hero.
That's
a Marine.
sick ass name.
Yeah,
Pogue.
yeah, pogue.
Pogue.
I like that.
It's offensive.
Person other
You don't
than
want to be a
grunt.
pogue.
Oh, Pogue's a pussy?
Like the badasses that kick down doors in the army call the other people pogues that don't do anything.
Damn.
Do they have a cool name?
Pogs.
Pogs?
Pog.
People who
Yeah.
are grunts.
Yeah, we call them heroes. but so they so he gets stationed in Pendleton, San Diego, right?
Okay. Nice.
And then he starts while he went back on leave to Michigan in I can never say his name.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Harbaugh
Jim?
holds a coaching
Like conference.
combine sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
where he's like bringing on coaches from all over the country
That's
if you've
cool.
coached.
Yeah.
And this guy, Connor, just shows up, a young guy. He talks to the coaches. He's a great, talker, gets to know them, tells them I'm a Marine. I grew up in Michigan. It's my dream to coach here. Like, can I just help out? And they're like, yeah, you can start coming to practices. So he's, flying back to Michigan whenever he can as, an active duty Marine officer.
Oh, my God.
And he's just
this is his big break, though. I get it.
Right,
I
yeah.
actually like this for this
And
guy.
so as, this intern that they brought him on,
Sure, yeah.
he didn't really have a duty. So he asked the coach, what do you want me to do? And they're like, well, really, you kind of, if you hang around, you kind of end up being the equipment manager. You're going to clean up shit. You're not really going to be doing much. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, for the Navy, I stole signs and I figured out a pretty good system.
And they're like, what?
So then he started he started buying tickets, which they believe was funded by a booster, but I don't think that was ever proven. He would buy his friends tickets, his mom tickets, all these people tickets to go to games that would eventually play Michigan during the season.
Yeah.
While he was at the Michigan game, and they were filming signs and stuff. And then he made this stat sheet or he called it a game sheet, where every sign that he ever stole, he just took a picture of him in front of a white background, and so the coaches can look at the signs that he's doing. This sign means whatever, this sign means whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would literally there was a compilation of Connor Stallions just pointing up or pointing down before a play to indicate run or pass. And Michigan was just having an all-star
Yeah, didn't they have
season.
the best defense in the
Yeah.
country?
They went on to win the national championship, but 2 or 3 games before that, all this was exposed. And so
Yeah,
he
'cause
got
Jim got suspended. I almost said assassinated. He got
Did
suspended.
he get suspended? What was Harbaugh's punishment?
They basically suspended
just
him
couldn't go to
from the NCAA, and he wasn't allowed to attend the game because of the trial. And then they ruled that he did nothing wrong, so they let him play the rest of the season. And then it basically was like, hey, if you come back to college, you're gonna get suspended. So he went pro.
Yeah.
And he probably won't ever coach college football ever.
Well,
again.
because that's unheard of to win a college championship and leave,
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm
unless it's your twilight season, Urban Meyer or whatever.
Did anything happen to this to our boy Stallions? Is
Dude, he
okay?
got away with it.
He got away with it.
So he got a 3.
Yes.
The all he got. By the way, totally guilty.
Yeah.
He denies a lot of shit. The Central Michigan thing was the most spicy
He
one.
purchased tickets in his own names to more than 30 different games over his 3 years.
And the thing is, he's still just a meathead football guy. He's
Yeah.
super smart and figured all this out. But they found all that out because none of his Venmo transactions were private, and that's all. And that's all he had to do.
It's always something
And
like
they
that.
and they would have had nothing. That's
Good.
all he had to do. But he fucked. That was the one mishap.
Bro.
And then
Fuck
so after he got banned,
Yeah.
he snuck on to the Central Michigan sideline as a coach. And they took this was a huge meme. This is where the picture of him in the Central Michigan uniform, there was memes of him as at the JFK assassination, at all this shit. It was so funny.
But there to steal signs, basically.
Yeah, dude, but he was actually
sideline as
Dave
a coach.
Portnoy in the documentary sells him out. So like Connor Stallions is like straight up saying like I was not at Central Michigan.
Matty,
He was
if you want to show, I'll put it in the pod. I texted you pictures of it so you can show
Okay,
Dale
word.
and see them. Sorry, we don't have the screen set up right now in here,
all good.
but yeah, the picture of him is pretty damning. I had not seen this picture of him on the
Pretty damning.
sideline.
Yeah,
Bro, it's
you haven't
crazy.
seen this?
No, I didn't.
So you don't know what Connor Stallions looks like, but that is what he looks like.
Yeah,
To
this
a
will be
T.
in the
That-
pod
that
for
is
anyone
him.
watching. I mean, he's in a straight up fucking like glasses and mustache
The
disguise.
fucking guy on the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he looks like someone.
And
that's
can you look up
not
who they
Chinese.
were? I think who they were playing was who Michigan was gonna play, like the next week.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
So and this was right when he got suspended. They fired him, and then he's on Central Michigan sideline.
Yeah, they're
Mind if
playing
I look up
Michigan
Connor Stallions?
State, who they have.
Which
the next week.
means that the Michigan pool is so big. Central Michigan's a nothing team. They probably get like some sort of funding from Michigan or something.
That's it. That's him.
Like
What the fuck?
that's some fucking top secret shit that like Central Michigan let him in to steal signs for Michigan.
Yeah, it's
And so he denies
That's
that.
crazy. Yeah, look.
And then
I
Dave
mean,
Portnoy in the
pictures-
podcast, they asked Portnoy, "Do you think that was Stallions on the sideline?" He's like, "Well, I know the answer because Connor told me." And then they pan back to Connor, and Connor's like, "I don't even think that guy looks like me." And then they pan back to Dave, and he's like, "Yeah, that was Connor on the sidelines." But I don't think
It
Stallions.
looks like it is him.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's like there's no that couldn't have been someone else.
It's 100% him. And then also like he was saying that he just liked to buy. His thing was he would just like to buy tickets for his family, and then some of them like so he's buying tickets for he's sending out scouts
yeah.
to film signs.
Right.
And his thing was like, no, I just like buying tickets for my friends and family. Like I do it for them. I get discounts on SeatGeek. I know the promo codes because I listen to podcasts. So I buy them tickets and they go while I'm at the Michigan game. And then like there's several pictures of all these people that are just like videotaping fucking the signs. And those are the people that he bought the tickets for. And they're just saying their defense was we just like to do that. We just like to film
Yeah, what's
football. We
wrong?
want to tweet it out.
I just want to put it on my Insta.
And then
but I'm
in
doing
the
it
documentary,
landscape.
one of the funniest things though is one of the guys. So Connor was taking him to football games all over while he was a representative of Michigan,
Okay.
and he was using this guy as like a Trojan horse, meaning like I was just taking my friend around to see college football games.
Yeah.
But he was taking them there while he was there. Connor was stealing signs. The kid had no idea. And in the documentary, he like puts two to two together, and he's like, "Wait a minute, he was using me? Like we weren't just best fucking friends? I thought he was just the coolest guy. He was buying me
no.
tickets. We were going to college football games. Like I just thought I found the best fucking friend ever. He was using me, and it's like so funny because it's like, dude, it was kind of heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's like
So
not
funny.
that serious too.
Yeah.
So it's like the music was getting sad in that part.
Yeah.
It was very funny, and it was just like this dude broing out. Like I just thought. Because they met in the military, and he was like going to football games with him, and he was buying him tickets. This guy Connor Stallions is the fucking man.
Yeah,
Like,
I love him.
he just talks about he's like football is just controlled warfare. He's like that's all it is.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's like it's just controlled combat.
And he's a Marine.
He's a Marine.
He's a
but
Marine
the,
that doesn't do anything.
the beauty
so
is
like, what's
he's
the point
a
of being
football
Marine?
guy disguised as a Marine. Like
Yeah.
that's the
He
beauty of it.
became a Marine to be a football guy.
That's what I'm saying. People do this to become the president.
That's crazy.
People do this to build a resume to get
Yeah.
into Congress, and this guy just wanted to coach Michigan. And the worst that happened to him. And by the way, he is guilty, but I still, as a guy, like I'm conflicted because I fucking hate the Astros for cheating because I'm a Dodgers fan and they beat us in the
Yeah.
World Series the year that they cheated the hardest.
Yes.
But when it doesn't happen to you, I don't know, man.
I get it.
But also, like, that
I
Michigan
understand
team-
why you're doing it.
also like that Michigan team, you can't take away the credit.
And did they need to cheat? Probably not.
Well, once
did
they
it help
took
them
him-
out 10%, maybe. Sure.
So here's the funny thing. After all this scandal, they were playing Michigan State, which
Yeah.
this is the heat of the rivalry. Like 3 seasons ago, you had the cutting up the M. You remember that? With
yeah,
the cleats.
yeah.
The dudes got, 6 guys got arrested for the fight in the tunnel.
Harbaugh like was very bad his first season. He if someone missed a field goal for them to get a win and barely make a bowl game, but if they didn't, he was going to get fired. And then they flipped it around the next 2 seasons when old Connor arrived.
Yeah. And Connor Stallions, baby,
Connor
the
Stallions.
guy. And so Michigan State wanted to pull out of this game because they were like the rivalry was big, and I think Michigan State maybe had a chance at like a bowl game or something, and Michigan was just going to shit pump them, and they were using this as an excuse. They're like, we don't want to put our players out there and jeopardize them if they know the calls or whatever, which is bullshit because they've done this the whole season. No one's gotten like hurt because of it.
Yeah.
So it's not really a good they just know the signs.
Yeah.
Stealing, and by the way, Connor Stallions also exploits that every team has a sign stealing guy, and there's a whole committee of like people that are trading analytics. Like it is so deep in college football. Like it's so controlled.
As someone who played college football, like legit, we'd come in on Monday and they'd be like, here's the game plan, here's the breakdown, and then they'd be like, because you have film and you can see this. So they'd be like, hey, we watched all the games and we are like 95% sure we figured out that anytime they do this, they're bringing in like heavy formation to run. Anytime that they give like this signal, it means they're going to pass on third. But like, not obviously every sign, but yeah, it's like you were constantly.
Yeah.
When I'm in the game and I'm playing, I'm listening to their calls. And by the end of the game, I'm normally like, hey, every time he comes up and he goes, check Ringo, he's switching the run to the right side.
Yeah.
It's all you're trying to do.
And with that, with that being said, Michigan State was just being chicken shit pussies. And they were trying to use an excuse. The game ended up happening. Connor Stallions was not there, and they didn't signal. The quarterback ran to the coach for every play, and they got shit pumped. They didn't score a point. They did not score a single point.
Yeah.
And then crazy that Washington was in the – I forgot they were in the championship last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was that their first time ever?
I mean, they probably –
Was Michael Penix?
I'm just now, because I live in a college. I didn't go to college.
Same.
And I didn't
Well,
grow
I
up in
went
a college town, so I didn't have a team.
Yeah.
And now that I'm just hook 'em horns.
Me too.
Yeah?
I did
Fuck
go to.
yeah,
We're
Dale.
going on Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
To the
I got
game.
tickets to the Florida game.
Holy shit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
sick.
very excited. And I
That's
think
gonna
we're
be
going to beat the
badass.
shit out of them. I mean,
assume so.
we're
assume so.
we're 4-0, right?
We're number one in the country. We're the best team. In
We
the
are
country.
ranked number 1.
Number
Yeah.
uno.
I mean, what a time to hop on the wagon.
I know. We hopped on I have like a.
Well, it was
got a Longhorn
last year
shirt.
when we beat Alabama.
Yeah.
I walked my dog that
crazy.
morning, and the orange flags were a-flying, and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is sick." And I like,
It is so fun.
I had a little Longhorns sweater on. It was beautiful.
Sorry, not to. Washington has been one other time in 1991. They won it all.
Okay,
so that's
it's
the only
not,
other time.
It's not that crazy that they were in it.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's fair.
I
I agree, though. It is fun to jump on this wagon because it's like we live here, so we're allowed to.
we got a man.
But if you're just like randomly a Chiefs fan and you live in like fucking,
in
in
I
California,
have my
then you're
Texas
like, suck a
ID.
dick.
I call Austin home.
Yeah, same.
And I didn't have a team. I feel like bandwagoning a lot is if you flip too.
Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
you grew up like a Clippers fan and then
All of a
and then
sudden
you
we're a
decide.
Warriors fan.
Oh no, excuse me. If you grow up a Lakers fan
Sure.
and then when the Clippers got good in like 2000, because I saw a lot of that.
Yeah, the
boys.
Lob City
A lot
era.
of Lob
Yeah, because that's
City
when the
era.
Lakers sucked cock.
The
too.
Lakers sucked, and then out of nowhere you just see all these. I'm trying to think who. Oh, it was Blake Griffin. Blake
Yeah,
Griffin
Blake
Chris
jersey.
Griffin,
Paul.
DeAndre
Chris
Jordan,
Paul, DeAndre.
J.J. Redick.
That was their only chance to win. They're
JJ
never going to
Redick.
have that again.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Connor Stallions and Dave Portnoy said he has a job. Dave Portnoy is a Michigan man.
Yeah.
He went the same year that Tom Brady went, and and the Patriots
know
suck
that.
now, so he's really like.
That's so funny.
But Connor Stallions works for Barstool, I believe.
He said he has a job for life. Well, no, he's actually the head coach of a Detroit high school football team.
Oh, fuck
Dude,
yeah.
such a football guy.
They brought him on as a.
He could be making so much money for Barstool.
Yeah, no, I know. He just because they brought. Here's the crazy part.
That is
He
how the
was
documentary
brought
ends. He's
on
like
as
calling
an
plays.
as like a volunteer assistant coach. Like they were like, hey,
For this high school?
Yeah, and then the head coach had a heart attack and a stroke, so he became probably him. Poisoned him maybe.
Yeah,
He's-
dude. This
dude.
would at all fucking costs.
He's
this guy,
Emperor
dude.
Palpatine.
Here's
Like,
the best part.
it's fucking like,
He is,
I'll
dude.
make my empire. He's crazy. Dude.
And I love how it's in Detroit. Like he God forbid it's for another state.
Well, I
Right.
believe I'm fact checking this.
God bless him.
His first. So Connor Stallion's first game as an acting head coach will be Friday night. He was the team's defensive
this Friday
coordinator before. No, 2 Friday nights ago. He was the team's defensive coordinator the first game, in which they lost 48-6.
I
Come on, you gotta stop the run, pal.
Wait, he lost.
His first game as the D coordinator, he gave up 47 points and they lost. I'm trying to find his first game as head
Damn,
coach.
I don't want to hear that.
Maybe he's not
I was
a
kind of
defen-
hoping that he was going to be like dominant,
I was hoping so
but
too.
still, like
Maybe he's not a defensive whiz.
he's a
though.
young
Maybe-
rookie coach. dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, they lost 60-0 in his head coaching debut.
All right, but he let's not forget he inherited this. Let's not forget
True.
old heart attack.
He's got to flip the program around.
Somebody was too busy fucking eating donuts in the video room and died.
Yeah.
and then
What is the fucking
I'm
the
trying
food
to
look
Stallions?
figure
Is,
out
hey,
how
this is
bad
just
this
a
school
This
is.
is just a Harbaugh story.
Mm-hmm.
Stallions gonna have a bad season, then they're gonna have a comeback.
And then
Detroit,
he's gonna
Detroit High.
have to get a Marine to come steal signs from the other high school teams.
Also, he's playing in a pretty rough city. Let's cut him a break.
They also do, I don't think this school is very good. Like I'm looking at scores from like the year before, and it's like they dropped 2023 opener. They dropped 0-41. So I think to his defense, he's coaching like the worst school in Detroit.
And
All
he
right.
took it on as like a badge
And watch
of honor.
him
Yeah.
turn this program around. We're gonna follow them. We're gonna follow this saga.
Mumford Mustangs.
Yep, that's right.
in
So I
Detroit,
did hear that.
They
Michigan.
have to change their name to the Stallions.
Can we get a?
For real.
They have to be the
Whoa.
Mumford Stallions.
Can we
They're
get
0-4.
Can you put this on the company card? Can we get a flag? Can we get a Mumford
They
Stallions?
haven't scored a touchdown yet this season.
Well, he's a defensive coordinator. That's not on him.
Yeah.
They haven't. They've lost 47-6.
Hey, maybe if the offense would fucking step up, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's hard to be
put up-
fucking on
put up
field all
70.
day. All right.
put up 70. We don't have a problem.
You had 5 minutes of offensive ball. What are we
here's the
supposed to
thing,
do?
Putting up 70, they'd still have one loss because they've lost 47-6 was his defensive coordinator. Then he overtook as head coach before the second game, which they lost 60-0.
At least
Then-
the kicker's doing something. They got a kicker.
Yeah, and then the next game he lost 71-0, and the following game he lost 20-0. So defense is starting to lock in,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
offense will follow.
Yeah.
They got shit
We're gonna-
piled.
we're gonna
They're
follow-
like,
we're
stop
gonna-
them to 20.
We're gonna follow the Mustangs closely.
I got their roster or their schedule saved. They only play 8 games because they're a high school, so they're 0-4, and they have they play the Renaissance this week, the Western International, Southeastern, and Chandler Park Academy.
We got to go 4-0 in the back half, don't we?
Yeah, we could still make playoffs. I think with that.
Yeah. Gallup. What do we say? What do we want to? Mustangs, come catch these hooves. That's what we're
Come
saying.
catch some hooves.
Come catch some hooves. You about to catch these hooves?
Hey, we
boy.
got some Stallions on this squad,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's the one. Maybe it's like the one school in Detroit with an all-white.
It's.
program.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
looking
I'm
at the
guessing.
names of the people. It's not all white.
Are you
guys.
sure they're not French?
I promise you.
Like DeAndre?
Desmond Simpson, spelled Dezmon, or Ayer Jeffries, or Tyrese Clark, or
I know.
Devontae Jones.
That one could be French.
There's,
Devontae.
guys, there's a guy named Carl Nell Jones, and it's Carl ' Nell Jones.
Damn, he's got a bad bunch.
I'm gonna guess
He's
that's
just
the
got
free
a-
safety that keeps letting
Yeah.
these
That
fucking
sucks.
keeps letting these
Kamari
bombs go by him.
Bagonier,
Kamari back in here.
Wow.
Milo Sanders.
I mean, they
So
got the.
he's got an
hold on.
all-black team. Is what
Dude,
you're
they got the
saying?
names for a
I
for
can't
a
find the white
undefeated
name.
That's what
squad.
I'm saying. This
Yeah.
sounds like a fucking
This is a
squad.
national championship team if I've ever heard of it.
There is a John Mills. That's a white guy for sure.
Ah,
John
He's
Mills.
got to be the
quarterback.
one.
He's
He's
the
got to be the one who's
quarterback.
dropping the ball,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
John Mills.
And I would guess he's the quarterback.
John Mills, 5'6", quarterback.
They don't have any positions listed. Yeah, they're in dead last of their division.
God, Connor Stallions though, what a guy.
Oh,
Did he
to
go to
their
this-
defense, they're tied for last with 4 other teams that are also have no wins, but they're all 0-3, 0-2, 0-2. He's the only 0-4 team in the league.
So he has a 3-year suspension as a coach in the NCAA was his ultimate punishment,
Yo, I
which
found-
he's actively appealing.
Nice. And also, he's like, I'm just gonna.
This
go
isn't a
coach
good
wherever I
case for
can.
him. This run that he's
This is
having, he's
horrible
like, let me
news.
be a coach again while I'm actively putting up record numbers.
Because he also probably thought he was gonna come into a high school program with like this college experience and just fucking dog walk people.
Well, I think they probably brought him in to steal signs, and then the guy died. So he's like, now I can't do both.
I can't do.
This is a lot.
I have to coach a whole fucking team.
Because I mean, even in the NFL, like the Patriots got caught doing something, right?
yeah,
But what did
they
they
were
get
filming
caught?
practices.
So just trying to get some plays.
Yep. Just
All
trying
right,
to-
that's a little dicey.
yeah.
You can't do that, right? That's got to be because the
It's
NCAA.
kinda
There's
kinda
no
the
rule
same.
against steal signing.
I mean, if you're going to film like, because you're gonna have
Perhaps
film
that's
on
wrong.
the game in general, so going and filming just to sign people to me is not that crazy.
Yeah. So his argument is
Okay.
that he all of this is based off of game film, which is just false.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know if they were able to concretely prove that. But
how could you?
Yeah.
I mean, you would literally have to have like game film where it doesn't show anyone.
Everyone
showing
in
any
his
signs.
corner is deny. His mom is
Yeah.
a badass bitch.
Dude, hell yeah,
She's
she's
fucking
down as hell.
sticking with her story. She's like, I'm
Nice.
proud of Connor. Like, not many kids have that type of ambition.
Yeah.
And it's like, I couldn't agree more.
Good
By the
for
way,
her.
we got to be using this guy. The Marines what are they doing with this guy?
I
mean,
know.
he
They gotta
should be
send him
over there.
overseas.
He needs to be stealing plays from the enemy.
He's gonna be like the Navajo wind talkers.
Yes,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Yes.
That shit in Lebanon would have
He
never
doesn't even.
happened, dude.
He doesn't. We don't even need to get him a gun. Just get him the sniper. Just get him the
Just
scope.
the scope. Yeah.
He just needs the scope, and
right.
we just need to be like just reading the plans of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I found out they're not the worst ranked team in Detroit. They're 176 out of 178
All right.
based off strength of schedule.
You're fighting your hardest, but these stats aren't really helping.
Well, what's crazy is they're better ranked than a 3-1 team because the 3-1s played bump. They're better than.
Could this be like the Sanders bump though?
Yeah, I mean, well, the two schools they're beating the names of the school don't help. There's just Cody High School. That's just Cody.
After a dude named Cody.
And then Our Lady of the Lakes.
Yeah.
So they're
Oh,
beating
that's a cool name.
two pussy ass schools.
Lady of the It's just an all-female football team.
Yeah.
They're all nuns.
That's really crazy that he came from doing all this to basically coach the worst team in
In
the
Michigan,
fucking
yeah.
Michigan.
But he's a made man. Michigan loves him.
Yeah, I mean you have to, right?
He walks around. They just love the guy. He was kind of like.
Is he like?
I
their
guess he was
Rudy?
just getting heat from outside.
Yeah.
I think if he stays in Michigan, he's protected.
Right. He's like
He's
so
like
he's,
Diddy
he's
on the
kind of
island.
Rudy-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Except a far more impact. Rudy does not deserve the glory. I mean, what did Rudy do? He played?
He played.
Is
He
that
played.
it? That's it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he even got that sack that the movie made him get.
No, he was a liability. He was a real problem.
Yeah.
He's a locker room cancer, if we're being honest.
Yeah, Rudy, I mean.
He had players turning in their jerseys not wanting to play.
Is this true?
Yeah, remember that's the one they all play the coach?
Because they're like, not if this little fucking dweeb's going to
Yeah,
be out here?
if like the captain comes in and puts his jersey on the fucking coach's desk and he goes, if Rudy's not playing, then I'm not playing, coach. And the coach goes, you're wasting your future. And he goes, you know what, coach? I don't think I am. And then the next guy comes in and goes, coach, I can't play unless Rudy plays.
That didn't happen.
That's not that movie?
No, I'm sure that
Oh.
happened in the movie. There's not a chance in hell that these guys gave a fuck about the water boy
Fuck no.
who wanted to play.
Fuck no.
Hey, I'm going to throw away my scholarship if this guy who's going to suck doesn't get on the gridiron.
Throw
Also,
away
the
my
big plot is
scholarship.
he's not academically eligible to enroll. Those are some serious, allegations. If you have someone who's not academically cleared to playing, you can get the death penalty for that.
Dude, that's how the worst team in my high school got their first win off a technicality against not my team, but another team in the division. A kid who was on punt return wasn't even a factor, like missed one of his classes. And the admin from the other school found out, and that's how they got their first win. And I'm like, that's how you want it?
Damn, that was a real Connor Stallions movie.
Yeah.
He was fucking looking
Dude,
into
like,
it.
I
He looked
coached
into it.
Texas youth football for a season.
When?
Yeah, well, when I first was in the Navy, I was stationed in San Antonio for 2 years.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. No ocean in San Antonio. My thoughts exactly.
Yep.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
But,
makes no sense.
Yeah. And I was it was literally, so when you're in the military, you got to do like community service and shit. It's
Okay.
bullshit. Putting your life on the line is not enough, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Gotta
that's
help
kind of
these
crazy.
kids. But
felt
so
like-
my buddy was coaching his son. We were the Southside Hornets.
Ooh,
And
that's cool.
our first game, we shit pumped the other team, and
Nice.
then we went on just a goose egg run of just getting destroyed. But I was the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Speaking of goose, I did put up 2 goose eggs as the defensive coordinator.
And you lost.
We lost the last 4, and it was an offensive problem. Like I don't think that we ever had a team score more than 2 touchdowns on us. We were
Okay.
good, but
So
the
you were-
offense was just dog shit.
Damn.
But
Did you ever get
It
into
was
a fight
too
with the
much,
other OC?
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what all this was. We had to do like press conferences. There in Texas, there is a radio station for Friday. Like, do you remember the Friday Night Tykes saga? This was on Netflix. It was a show called Friday Night Tykes. It was based in San Antonio. I'm in one of the episodes.
No way.
They didn't do They didn't do one on our. They didn't follow one of our teams.
Yeah.
But they followed a team that we played, destroyed us. I take that back. We definitely had a team score more because this was a bad game. I remember this one. But I was just used to one little scene of me on the sideline holding a clipboard, just looking down. But dude, I had a guy, a diesel dad, by the way, a huge dad, come up to me face to face because he was mad that his son wasn't the quarterback. Fellas, he played how many minutes are in a football game?
They're normally 12-minute quarters.
For like youth, I'm trying to
probably 10 to 8-minute quarters. So it's probably like a 40-minute game.
This guy played 40 minutes of football, his son, and he's bitching at me that he's the middle linebacker and the running back, and I'm catching heat because he's not the quarterback. What more do you want from me?
Yeah.
I mean,
he played the entire fucking game.
He played the entire game. He scored every touchdown we have. Like, what the fuck do you want? But these dads, they were too much.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is like football is like a weird religion here.
Yeah.
It truly is. I know you guys are in the congregation. You guys are a part of it. And I am too. I like football, but like I'm saying within the it's almost like the way that there's people controlling the government that we don't know about. I feel that way about college football.
Yeah. I mean, because it is too. Because there's so much money that's like coming from nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like those like Egyptian princes that are like the richest people on the planet.
Yeah, his net
Arab,
worth's like $1.2 trillion.
And you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I feel like that's who really owns colleges are all those giant boosters.
Yeah.
That have
and
you like don't know who they are. You don't know how they're
or what their agenda is.
Exactly.
Like, they just want the team to win. So if you look at like Texas A&M, they signed Jimbo Fisher to like a crazy like 5-year contract where he was making like $200 million. He was really bad with Texas A&M. Like they were like, we have to fire him. So like it literally the program basically turned to the boosters and was like, we need you to buy us out of this. So Fisher is on the hot seat. The night before it's at the game, they go, congratulations, the Texas Booster Program has donated a $120 million donation from our top 10 donors. The next day, Jimbo Fisher fired his $120 contract, bought out. Like, the boosters control every and anything at these programs.
They just want their team to win?
Yeah, because it's like, you got to think about it. This guy probably went to University of Texas, you know, graduated there, went on to make a bunch of money. He's probably donated like $1 million, has some like stupid cafeteria named after him. This is his life, and he has such fuck you money that all that matters to him is his team winning. And if he can get more money,
it's pretty awesome actually.
It's kind of like we're diehard NFL
it's like
fans.
being like an owner of a football team.
If I could give more, if I had money and I could give money to make the Eagles win every year, I would probably do it.
Yeah, but it's like, why don't that's like have some
That's
patriotism.
so crazy, but it's true.
Like, imagine if we had boosters in the military. Like, I want to beat those boys over there.
Yeah.
Fucking
I hate Iraq. Here's fucking $50 million.
I mean, I guess it kind of is. It's like the oil companies that were just like, all right, Bush. All right. Now, guess who did 9/11?
Yeah, right.
It wasn't you.
I have Rudy stuff here for us. I read on it while we guys were debating.
All right, drop some bombs here.
The scene of so the whole scene is he comes in and he's like, if Rudy's not playing, I'm not suiting up. Never happened. Multiple reports.
By the way, I didn't know that to need to know that. I knew there's no fucking way.
It never happened.
So this is at Notre Dame.
And so Joe Montana was there at the time.
He knew Rudy.
So he
played with Rudy.
They didn't put him in the movie.
So they put him. He did a.
Why the fuck would they not say that Joe Montana is in
about
Rudy?
So like
it's what the fuck.
I'm with you. It's
That's
dumb
crazy.
as fuck.
I didn't know Joe Montana played there. That's
yeah,
crazy.
he came out and he said that he goes, were there a lot of things that happened in the movie? Sure. He goes, he got in, he got a sack. He goes, was the crowd chanting? No. Did I throw my jersey in? No. Did we carry him off the field? Yeah, the 3 biggest pranksters on the team picked him up and carried him off as a joke.
Oh shit.
So like,
this is horrible.
So the only thing that happened is like he got in and got a sack. That's
so they
true.
basically bullied his ass.
Yeah, he was a loser and no one liked him, and it was 1976, so
he
no
did
one
get a
was
sack.
like, "Oh, it's cool that you're retarded." Everyone was pretty upset about it.
He was not the homecoming kid.
No.
Like they did not.
Maybe
give a
ironically.
Is he alive?
Rudy? Let me see. Let's find out. What's this?
Rudy Rudiger.
So does
Rudy Gudiger?
Rudy Rudiger.
Daniel Rudy Rudiger. You are right. That I thought you were fucking with me.
His name is like.
Yeah, he's 76. But yeah, none of this happened. He's fucking 5'6". No shit, he didn't get in.
Yeah.
He was on the team for what though?
He was just
Like, how did he make the team?
Because
I never watched it. It's just a
Let me
cultural thing that you just kind of know about, you know?
he's like just like a guy who his friend Pete is killed in a mill explosion. So then Rudy decides to play and follow his dream. He visits Notre Dame, but is not academically ineligible. So with the help of his local priest and guy, they enroll at Holy Cross College, and he gets his grades up so that he can transfers. And he approaches the head's groundkeeper, and he's given a job. Rudy's like homeless, and so then he like helps clean the field, and then is around the team. He's just like, I don't know. Yeah, on every team there was a guy like Rudy, but he was never gonna play. It was
And
not a
somehow he played.
Yeah, it's like the film guy
That's what I'm saying. How is he allowed to play?
because it was 1976.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah.
they were just like
that's fair.
they were just
I
like,
was
yeah,
on the
whatever,
I was
man.
actually a film crew guy for UNR for 2 weeks
University of Northern Reno,
of University of
Yep.
Nevada of Reno, Nevada.
University of Reno, Nevada.
Sorry, University of Nevada, Reno.
Mascot.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
That's the mascot.
Yep,
It's this, right?
it's
So
literally
you
the
guys do this?
Wolfpack.
So it's
It's not a single wolf. It's the Wolfpack.
that's kind of badass.
Yeah,
That's kind of badass.
we ride together, we die together.
Colin
Wolfpack
Kaepernick.
for life, dude.
Except you're a Longhorns fan now. You just fucking
Yeah, because I went there, but I was like, we were trash and irrelevant. I mean, Kaepernick being there was cool.
Yeah.
Cap- you guys have Cap?
We had Kaepernick, yeah. That was like that, and so a lot of people now are like just Niners fans, kind of because of that.
Do you take a knee out of respect?
I don't really know. I mean, I didn't serve in the military, so I don't really know.
See, I always thought what always blew my dick off about that,
Yeah.
the Colin Kaepernick thing, is the military. When people brought the military into it at all,
I thought
That's
that
what always
too,
made
but I
me
was like,
confusing.
I guess I'm like, I
the
have no idea.
American flag and the national anthem is a symbol of our nation.
Yeah.
A military is a part of our nation, and so is football. Like,
I didn't think it was like to the military.
There's a lot of guys that are like, that's so disrespectful to us. I'm like, fuck you. How, dude?
Yeah,
I just
like,
don't get it.
I didn't either.
Take a knee if you want to. You're allowed to
I
take a
didn't either.
stance in this country. I thought that's what we fought for.
Also,
Yeah,
who
if you
gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck
Yeah.
about the national
Yeah,
anthem?
and
Okay.
he was also like, it worked. His little scheme to stay relevant worked.
Bro,
I mean,
he made a bag from Nike too.
yeah, dude.
He
Like,
made
he was
made
a
like
dog
120.
shit quarterback. He was fucking raised by white people.
Yep. He was decent.
He was good. He when they made it to the Super Bowl, he was
At
he
the
was
time,
elite.
I'm saying.
But by the time he fell off, like that last season in Frisco, while this was all going on, he was horrible.
Where did he take the knee? What
At
team was
Frisco.
he on? Oh.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then
yeah.
he was on one other team for a second. I forget who, but yeah, the military thing was weird. It would be sick if he just started when they're like, all right, give it up for like, this game is in honor of like Sergeant Withers, who served 2 tours, and they bring him out and he took knees like in between
That would be
Yeah.
sick.
timeouts. That would
Yeah.
be disrespectful.
Who's
Yeah.
the dude? Pat Tillman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Pat Tillman's wife came out because everyone was like to Nike, like, how the fuck could you make this guy the hero? Like, you guys didn't do shit for Pat. You didn't, whatever. And she was like, don't use Pat. Like, Pat was not. He didn't give a fuck. He wasn't like a. I think he was just a patriot. Like, I don't think he was like a hardcore
Yeah.
like
It's
military
also pretty
guy.
well known that he was killed by friendly fire. So why the
100%.
fuck would
He was
be a military
100%.
supporter or her family? No
Dude.
disrespect. I love the military, but it's like,
No.
yeah, if my husband was killed clearly by I'd be like, fuck the military.
Yeah.
Fuck you
No,
guys.
he was killed by friendly fire, and that was a total like PR. Weird to say, PR move by the military to keep people like passionate about the war. Like, they got one of our heroes. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
everyone was fired up that Pat Tillman
Yeah.
went off to serve. Dude,
Pretty
the,
awesome.
the
Yeah,
picture of
badass.
him,
Pretty
in his,
awesome.
the picture of him in his beret.
Yeah.
dude, he just
It is
looked.
badass.
I mean, that's what you want every Army soldier to look like.
Mhm.
I when I was a kid, I thought that's what they looked like.
I need to get a Tillman jersey. I would
Yeah.
rock the fuck out of that.
Tillman's
Arizona,
sweet.
they got that cool statue of him out front of the
Yeah.
stadium.
Do you ever feel like you want to go back to the military? or no?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
A lot, very often.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like, I get self-righteous about it. I'm like, I'm fucking able-bodied, especially when like these wars break out. Like, my
That's-
friends are like gearing up, and I'm just writing
Yo,
a
so you
joke
still
about
have
my
friends
penis.
in the military,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're like going overseas and shit,
Yeah, some of them. One of my friends just got back from
deployment
I don't
in
even know where they deployed to.
Ukraine.
I don't
or-
think so. I mean, I don't know anyone that went to Ukraine. I
Okay.
don't think.
I know we just sent we just agreed to send more troops to Iran.
To Iran? I don't.
Yeah, because of like all the
follow this
conflict
shit
that's
anymore,
going on.
Yeah.
So we just deployed like, I think like 10,000 troops over there.
I weirdly have like the thought all the time, like, dude, I should be in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why.
what
'cause
branch?
I'm like,
What branch you think?
I just whoever will take me.
Yeah.
Whatever makes sense. Like I think they would know best what I should do. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I could see you as like an air traffic controller in the Air Force.
Okay, I don't want to do that.
I can see
I don't
that.
want to be
I
there.
think you'd be really good.
I don't
at
want
it.
to be that guy.
I honestly think you could be like a stallion.
I don't wanna
feel
be
like you
that
could be
good.
stealing signs for a program.
I don't want to be a pilot. I know I'm not a pilot
Yeah.
because I'm not the guy
Okay, way to
that's.
stay humble.
I'm not gonna wake up at 4:30 and do the. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Navy SEAL.
Navy no.
I'm just seeing where we're at.
I like when I was a kid. I genuinely, when I was like 13 years old, I don't remember what movie came out. It might have been Zero Dark 30 or it might have been something else. But
Lone Survivor, perhaps.
I think it was Lone Survivor, dude. And I genuinely was like, it's my duty and responsibility to become a Navy SEAL.
Yeah. My duty and responsibility.
Dude, those like propaganda
God
movies,
made me like this for a reason.
Yeah, the propaganda movies got military propaganda has worked on me so many times.
Marky Mark dropping
I'm just
turbans.
such a lazy asshole that I'm like, I never got around to it.
Yeah, I got around to it. It
Yeah.
just, it fell on my desk. I went.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's
Fell on my
over.
desk.
I am glad it's over.
Yeah,
You
I
were-
missed
so
the era I was supposed
I'm
to be a
fucking-
part of. I would
Yeah.
have played the drums mean as fuck, marching in a
Oh,
straight
dude,
line.
Dale, you would have been a great bugle boy on the front lines.
Bugle boy? What's
Yeah.
a bugle boy? Oh, yeah. And they're shooting at me. I'm like, don't shoot. You're not allowed to shoot me.
I think it's a national contract. You do not shoot the bugle boy.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's like
so
it's like the Red Cross, you know.
Yeah, but I'm a dirty fighter, dude. I'm gonna shoot.
What was
if I'm
fucked
gonna
up?
kill all of them.
What's
I'm gonna
fucked
kill
up
all
about
of
the
them.
military, American military, is we got all these rules that the enemy does not.
Yeah.
So like we're not supposed to shoot at medical personnel. They will just fucking mow down our medicine corpsmen.
It's true.
That
does suck.
We have this whole thing in the military. You have to have proof of deadly force, and the deadly force triangle has to be met, which is opportunity, capability, and intent. So if you have a knife and you're seated, you have the capability because you have the knife. You don't have the opportunity because you're not currently in slicing range,
Okay.
but you could be quick.
And then what's my intent?
Your intent is if you're screaming at me, I'm gonna fucking gut you like a fish. You red-faced fucking.
But I need 3.
Yeah,
Not even just 2?
No. So if you
So if I had a knife and I'm yelling at
if you have a
like,
gun,
yeah.
right, which is the capability, and you're right in front of me, which
Gun
is the
distance.
opportunity to shoot me,
Okay.
but you've expressed no want or need to shoot me, I cannot shoot you.
So if he's trying to stab you and he's right in your face, but he's like, I love and I cherish you. I love you. Just have to be like, fuck.
No, because the intent is the intent is the forceful action of the
Okay.
knife
Yeah.
coming towards me. He's
Okay.
clearly trying to stab
That's
me.
crazy.
Yeah. So
I
we
mean,
have to,
I do remember watching like the Chris Kyle movie, American Sniper,
American Snipe.
and there was parts of that where he's like, that kid has a fucking RPG with him.
Oh yeah,
But he's
yeah. where
walking
like, he
around
stepped
and he's-
off.
yeah, and he's like-
that guy's like, if you're fucking wrong, they're gonna send you to Leavenworth. He's just playing his Nintendo
Yeah,
DS.
yeah. Like his spotter, right?
Yeah, he's
yeah,
spotter.
yeah. I would love to be a spotter.
You'd be a good spotter.
I would be a great. I'm a good number 2. I know that.
I'm just, dude. We are surprisingly.
number two.
We are surprisingly calm right now.
Yeah.
But like, come November, when this fucking election happens,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna win. I really don't.
I thought when the assassination attempt happened, I was like confirmed he's winning. But
That
then
was the
lately, yeah, I understand.
But then, dude, like, his chance to really win me over was the debates, and he just went so wacky.
yeah,
I mean, he talked about the border, and he talked about people eating cats. 2 problems that, quite frankly, don't affect me as a voter. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I'm the
Facts.
people. Like, we the people. Talk to me.
Yeah, dude.
You're not. By the way, I don't know about this cat shit. I don't even give a fuck.
that was like such a deep, like far.
Far right conspiracy shit. Where I'm
Yes.
like, is this real? Like,
Why would you even mention
Yeah,
that to
he
people
fucked
that like
up. That
those people already agree with you,
Dude,
and they were like, "Fuck yeah, man, he's
talk
talking about
the-
what we like."
Dude,
You're
talk
like,
about the tax cuts. Talk
Yeah.
about like, I'm not going to shut down private businesses if another COVID happens. Like, talk about that shit.
yeah,
But no, it's bad.
the cats. Yeah,
Um,
he had a couple bars in there, but
But it's just his fucking wacky ass, like
Yeah.
the people that
I
are
like-
like when they say that the election fraud, that was complete bullshit.
Yeah.
I just don't buy into that at all. I mean, the amount of like Republicans that came forth that were on the committee that said, unfortunately, he did not win. We voted for him. We want him to win, but we've recounted. We've counted. We have morals. There's a constitution.
Yeah.
We can't tell you he won. And still, like he's just saying, ah, man, Trump is, dude, not good for the nation.
He can be a dork. I
Yeah.
do like that he likes RFK and he wants him to be in.
That's like the last chance to get me.
Yeah.
I fucking don't like Kamala. That's the I like this is the one time where I'm like, I don't know who to vote for.
Yeah.
I might pencil in Kanye.
Penciling in Kanye. Well, what's Kanye been up to? Now that
He's been
got
laying
that-
low.
Now that he's got that huge titted wife, dude.
Well,
Have
what's
you
up with this?
seen
I don't know. I haven't seen. He's
Dude,
married.
this lady
Yeah,
has
he's
the
got some big
craziest-
slut.
When did he meet her? How did this happen?
right. I have no idea.
I mean, what is
It
like?
was the same. Do you remember the thing when he was getting his dick sucked in like a boat ride?
I've been missing these
Yeah,
escapades.
yeah, you missed out.
Yeah, he was on Twitter yesterday of like he just put out like a video of him making like a church beat that went pretty hard, and everyone was like, no matter how cooked his brain is, the producer brain will never die. And it was kind of he
Nice.
was being championed yesterday on Twitter because the beat was pretty fire.
Of course. It's awesome that that's all he has
praised
to do.
Hitler and denounced the Jews.
Art from the artist, dog.
This is just insane that like he's back.
Yeah.
Beautiful big titty white bitches that just come from the sky, you know. That song was a summer hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful big titty. What is it? Big beautiful black big titty.
I don't know.
Good credit score women don't fall from the sky, you know. Do you guys not know the song I'm referring
I don't
to?
know the song at
This is
all.
crazy. They played it at sunset nonstop this summer.
Yeah. I like but yeah, he's got a huge
What is this song? Because you
Titty
guys
wife.
have to at least hear that part.
Yeah, I don't know what you're.
Filibust.
The last like 2 Kanye albums, I have just 100% tuned out of. Like the one with a little like writing. It's probably gonna be from that album, and that's why I don't know it. The only like new Kanye one I've heard is the Kids See Ghosts. That one song we like.
Yeah, that one's
Bought an
dope.
alligator. I ain't talking Lacoste. That song's also like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh,
Kids
is
See
it?
Ghosts came out in like 2021.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
pretty
one.
sure.
Sorry, I
That's a
mean,
good song.
I'm so bad with music releases. I have no idea.
No, same. I don't know any. I saw the XL freshman list that dropped. It's like the new upcoming, and one of them was like Glubbo the Worm, and I was like, whoa, who are these people?
It's the new Gen Z, like the kids that.
Dude, the Kanye song that were like his new came out in 2018.
You guys haven't heard this?
No, this is a new song to me.
I'm gonna go out for a second, just so we don't.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
as long as we don't play over 15 congruent seconds. Also, we're not monetized, so it doesn't matter that much. Okay. Sky, you know.
This song's a bop.
Okay, all right.
The sky,
Beautiful
you
big
know.
titty but naked women just don't fall from the sky, you know.
Sky, you know.
Tell me how, you know. All
How
right.
you know.
Okay, that
Hold
one's
on,
cool.
he comes back in one more time. And you know what? They don't.
All right, facts, Kanye.
Hold on.
The song's called
All right.
Back to Me. It's good.
Dude, me
Okay,
and Dale are
it's-
listening to that on repeat right home,
maybe
straight to the
my
Connor
favorite.
I'll be
Stallions song.
coming back to you. It's a good song.
Maybe
dude.
my favorite song now.
He's like really good at singing now. Look at me. See, I'm falling right into it.
Yeah.
He's hypnotizing.
Ah, I know.
I mean, he
He
can really
gets it.
charm you
He
like
really
a
is.
snake, dude. He's
Yeah.
just playing his flute, and I'm just coming out of the basket, dude.
Yeah, you don't even have to listen to the words. He could be singing to be like, the Holocaust never happened before.
Yeah,
You'd be
You
like,
know.
Beautiful, beautiful big-titted Holocaust deniers just don't fall from the sky, you know.
yeah.
Just like that. Are we at an hour?
We're at
Gotta be.
53 minutes.
Okay, let's glide her in, dude.
Yeah.
Let's glide her nicely. And let me tell you guys this. So I have a pool in my backyard.
Yeah.
It is a tub, if you will, a cowboy pool. It's a
Like
metal.
one of the metal ones.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
nice.
yeah,
It's
that's
nice.
cool.
However, this entire summer, one of my neighbors has a hornet, wasp, or yellow jacket nest. I cannot identify the flying insect species.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've been stung by one of them. I got stung twice this year, which is a lot. Lesser men would have died. Just want to say
Facts.
that. Now, they swim in my pool, these wasps. They hover around. The other day, I saw one of the wasps drowning, and another wasp came and got him out. I'm not
Holy
kidding. These
shit.
wasps are working together against me.
Yeah.
I am Bill Murray in Caddyshack against the gopher.
The-
By my morning, I peel open the blinds, and I'm like, all right, we're clear. I can't even get in the pool because when it's at its hottest, That's when the wasps come in and start swimming.
Because they're hot too.
Do you know where the wasp nest? Have you located?
I just see them coming over from multiple fences. I got 6 neighbors. It's one of those situations.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like a whole like community.
I can't figure out. I thought about leaving a note on everyone's. There's just no way to trace it.
we've been wanting to get into the military. It sounds like. What if we formed a little spec ops group, hunted them,
Just
fought,
spray.
or just get a bunch of little Red Ryder BB guns. We find their nest, just fucking hit the little
I
thing.
think
It falls.
If I can get one of those sprays with a red dot
Oh
sight,
shit! Yeah.
and we can just pick them out. Problem is like that the spray you like hit the hive. I'm like spraying them individually, just getting in the pool. So I had to stop doing that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then my move is I would come up because they sit in the pool and then like it's a whirlpool the way my jet's set up, so the current's just going in a circle. So they're just like going around, and I'll just wait on the edge with the net and just slap them down and hold these little fuckers down until they drown.
Tell me where he is.
Guess what? Turns out they don't fucking drown.
They
You have
don't
to stomp
drown?
them out. They just don't die in the
Wasps can
water.
Swim.
Yeah, dude.
That's
These
crazy.
Or maybe
Motherfuckers.
hornets, or maybe yellow jackets. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's another thing. You go to Home Depot to get something to kill them. There's no kill all.
Yeah.
You got to know what it is. It's either honeybee. I don't want to kill honeybees because I like what they're doing with the flowers.
Yeah, that's
I love
good
their
stuff.
work. Big fan of their
They're
work.
good guys. Yeah. Have you tried the gasoline stuff?
You think I should gas them out?
I think that's what.
That shit's sick. You ever seen that?
Yeah,
on
where they
TikTok,
get
bro?
like, I don't know if you can just leave gasoline out and they go into it, but I do know if you're, if
You
you
get a
have like a
cup.
nest, you get a cup with a little bit of gasoline, you go fucking pa, and trap them all in there, and it fucking.
They all die from the fumes and collapse. And then you just move the cup, and the nest falls right in, and everyone dies. It's pretty. Look it up on TikTok.
But I got no nest.
Right. You do have to
Yeah.
identify these
These
nests.
are just a bunch of swimming bees, dude. They
You
just
have
like,
to identify the nest.
I looked
brother.
up can wasps swim, and it said they're not known for it, but recently there's been a species identified that has good capability in water.
a
Nicknamed
new fucking species in my backyard.
Godzilla wasp.
You have Godzilla.
I got stung by a Godzilla wasp. I cannot
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I don't have a purple heart for that is insane.
Yeah,
Did you see my club when I got stung? I look like Popeye. My right arm. And then earlier this year, I got stung right here. I was limping, Dale, my entire knee.
Because you
The
got
fact
stung
that
by a Godzilla wasp.
why are we letting women and children outside when there's Godzilla wasps about?
I don't know, but
Matty,
I also am not helping you anymore. You're fucked, dude. I am taking myself out of this help.
I found some actual. There's a whole website that it's like people are writing about having the problem of wasps in their pool, and I do have some solutions for you, and they're real solutions.
Okay, I've looked these up too.
The lemon.
Let me go on.
So they have lemon. One is that you cut up lemons, half a lemon, and put cloves outside the pool, and that smell keeps them away. It says you can get plants like mint, basil, or lavender, plant those around your thing, and that smell keeps them away.
Okay, I haven't heard any of these solutions.
You can buy this thing called Margarita Pizzazz fragrance. It's like meant to keep them away. It's like a pool thing, and you put it on the pool so it comes out. You can put
There
up
we
a
go.
decoy wasp nest. I like that.
I
one.
tried that. I
Yeah.
thought it worked, and then it didn't.
Okay, yeah, those are the 4 ones. So
You put up a decoy.
put up a
Where did
decoy.
Where did you buy a decoy?
No, I just took a couple like brown lunch bags and just bundled them
Gotcha.
up and hung them up on a tree. That didn't work because they are territorial. These wasps. I wish I knew about the fragrances. It's a real bummer. Like me and my girlfriend, we hopped in the pool yesterday because once the sun goes down, they don't come out.
Yeah.
But it's still warm.
Mhm.
But it's getting cool now. They ruined my summer.
yeah, I
They
think you gotta
truly
go
did.
with the lemons.
I'm gonna go with the lemons. We're gonna try the lemons, and I'll update you. But this is really we're looking forward to next year at this point.
Yeah.
We're really gearing for
The
next
Godzilla
summer.
wasps.
I mean, that needs to be a
Jesus.
news story. Why are we not talking about the Godzilla wasps?
Yeah, I mean murder
Hornets, yeah.
That was a thing. Godzilla wasp would actually take my attention more.
Dude, I can't tell you how bad it hurts to get stung.
Yeah.
I mean, for a second
You
you
go
get like
stung by
you get like a little high for a second, like,
Right.
but then after that,
All of the funness of the high.
and then it's itchy and oh my god,
And it really like fucked you. Like you really were limping around.
when it got me in the knee, yeah,
Yeah.
because it was so swollen.
Oh my god.
And then I had to start icing it. The ice did help, but then it would just go right back up like a
That's
balloon.
crazy, dude. Yeah, I'll let me know how it goes because your pool sounds cool.
So I'm saying I wanted to have people over all summer. I'm like,
Yeah.
someone's gonna die,
yeah.
and then I have to live in this house with one of my friends who just died in the now.
Yeah, that's true.
And here's another thing: you go into the water, they wait for you.
They're just hovering.
This is an advanced species I'm dealing with.
That's scary.
The Godzilla wasp.
Yeah. All right. Well, are we back on track?
Yeah,
This is coming out
Thursday.
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 Beautiful. Plug anything you got, Dale.
Yeah, I mean Thursday nights, East Austin, 9 o'clock. The Goon Sesh.
A week from today.
Week from today, and just every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, and then Mondays is me and Brandon have a show every Monday
Right
at
on.
East Austin Comedy Club as well.
And are you guys doing a podcast still?
No.
No.
No,
It
I
died.
fell out.
That's okay.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
That's
R.I.P.
okay. Well, have
Maybe
you,
back
you,
one
you,
day.
you are welcomed here every Thursday at noon.
Every Thursday. at
Anytime
noon.
you want to scratch the
Wow.
itch, dude, you come
All
on
right.
in.
All right.
So it's easy because your roommate's the producer.
Yeah.
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 Just,
It's
just
pretty
hop in
easy.
his car.
Can I just sit and watch?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to watch.
Like
you
a-
can
like a
produce
black,
when I'm on the phone.
like a black dude's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Only, I'm just saying, only happens. All right, we can cut that out. We've plugged everything. The captain's dogs. Woof woof.
Oh wait, I want to plug that I don't actually get pegged in the ass. We joked that pretty hard the last
Fuck,
episode,
I wanted
and
to talk about
Matty
that.
didn't know until last.
All right, we're gonna have to talk about that next episode.
Yeah,
for sure.
Teaser.
I'll come next episode. and
Yeah,
watch
it'll be
you.
a good time. Maybe Erica to
I'll be
clear the
getting
rumors.
pegged,
Bring
yeah.
your girlfriend in to clear the rumors.
Yeah, we'll get her on the phone because
Yeah.
it doesn't really happen, but we'll talk more about it. That's my
I
plug.
disagree, but
Yeah.
All right, woof woof.
Woof woof. Thank you.